Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Container Second Shipment is a expansion for Container, the board game. And what Container is, it's an economic game where really everybody in the game is setting up the economy. You're going to be setting the pricing, so everything can be really expensive. You can undercut people, has a lot of flexibility. The problem with the game is, I feel like it's like the salad. I find the salad to be the most inconsistent food in the world. You go one place and the salad's fantastic. Over here, it's a lettuce and a tomato, and that's it. So the salad's really inconsistent. I feel like Container can be very inconsistent. Now, I've upgraded to the jumbo version of the game. Container's a game I really want to love, and it works with the right crowd occasionally. I feel like I always either have a great experience or a terrible experience with it. Well, with the second shipment, what we're going to add in is some modules to this game. I'm going to go over a little bit of what they are and what they do and what I like and what I don't, a little bit. But the idea is there's 5, 6, 7 ways you can play this game. You can mix match them. There's all kinds of different combinations. You can use 1, 3, and 4, or 2 and 5. However you want to do it. You can use them all. You can use none of them. You can use some of them and mix them all up how you want to kind of custom the experience how you like. Now, I have a problem with expansions like this sometimes. On the one hand, I like it that I can customize the game to the way I like. Sometimes I just like the game to tell me the optimal way to play. So with expansions, sometimes if I know the game really well, I like that it gives me the different modules, and I can do whatever. I can step up the difficulty as I go. With the base game, I don't like variants that much. I like, this is the way you play. Maybe one variant if you want a longer game, or this is what you want to do, or more cutthroat, or something like that. Otherwise, it's okay, and I go back and forth on whether I like it or not. And this one, you're going to get a pretty thick rule book. It's going to come in different languages. And the rules themselves are only going to be a couple pages long. It's going to tell you about the rules. Now, the components you're going to get these wood, gold. They're not like the Stonemaier ones. They're not real heavy. They just feel like they're like wood logs that have been painted up. The cards you're going to get are these Hobbit-sized cards. Very minimal artwork on them. You can see there's like a crane on this one. And the font is very small. So, have your reading glasses on for this because it's not going to be an easy experience to see. So, some of the modules, some of them are very easy, and I feel like this is what you're buying. You're buying the rule book more than the expansion, although some of the cards you'll need. So, there's a variant where you can do loans. So, normally you take loans from the bank. Now you can take loans from other players and pay them back each round. And you would hold a card of theirs to signify that that's what's happened. And that's pretty neat. So it adds a little bit of a wrinkle to it. You're also going to have gold that you can have now. So you can add this gold in, which you can exchange at the harbor. And at the store, you get 2 for 1 to make gold. And then when you ship gold, it's a multiplier. So 2 times the number of gold you have. So if you have 3 gold bars, they would be worth 6. 2 times 3. That's a pretty neat one. There are warehouse restriction cards you can have where you can only price it like this. And this is intended to create the economies of scale that you would see in a normal economic situation. That's not my favorite way to play, but it's okay. The gold bars are pretty easy because you can go after that. And you can make 1 trade per turn. It kind of slows things down, but they're worth quite a bit. And you can kind of create this artificial luxury thing that's going on there with pricing. It's pretty neat. The warehouse restrictions is neat. If you really want to get into the economic of things, I feel like it's less gamery. I feel like it's put in there to be more realistic, and some people like that quite a bit. Now, the Financer, which is the loan, that's the big one that was added into the jumbo version. That's probably the one people are going to play with the most, that you can utilize this and give out loans, etc. I like the way the jumbo version, they've kind of tweaked that a little bit. And if you're going to play the version and you have the money to spend on that, that's probably the way to go. The last way is the Monopoly. So you can have more than one machine, but those are permanent. So you need to be very careful about what you're buying and what you're buying into. Normally, you can have one of each color. So there's a couple different ways to play. You can mix and match these up. Do you need second shipment? Currently, second shipment is very expensive for what you get in the box in the secondary market. I do not believe it's in print any longer. Some of these rules, like the Monopoly, there's nothing in the box that you really need. Now, I'm not advocating that, the rule set's valuable. Somebody's worked on that. I'm not saying that you should intellectually steal it. I'm just saying there's nothing in here that's going to make it work. You got these luxury goods. Who doesn't have a pack of Stonemaier? That would be nicer than this. You could just add in. So your mileage may vary. What you're buying in this, I feel like you're buying more of the rules. You're buying this, the intellectual property of the game, and what you get in here, which is really small. A lot of air that's going to be in here. Maybe not so much, okay? And I think you can take all of this and put it right in the base box with no problem because there's hardly anything in here. So a second shipment good? Yeah, I think people who are fans of the base game will want to add this in. They're going to have a good time for it, but it's going to be up to you whether it's worth the price tag that is out there. Now, I'm going to be purging this one for a couple of reasons. One, I've upgraded my game to the jumbo version, so whatever's in here wouldn't look right with it, and they've kept the good stuff and put it in the jumbo version, so I have all of that. This is going to come down to price. If you find it at a good price, or you really, really like the game, and you want to add them more in, here it is. Otherwise, this might be one you can skip on by. Your mileage may vary. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Very helpful. Or hit that like button. Thanks very much.